shield. The government hates the competition. Some people worry that our numbers aren't great enough, that we don't have 51% of the population behind us. But ideas only need to be led by 5 to 10% of the people. They can bring about a revolution. And today, I heard a statistic that shows that our numbers are much greater than that, even in the base of the Republican Party. Just think how strong they are throughout the whole country. But the one thing that I would wish those individuals who are not here tonight, because I know you understand it, and that is the counterfeit offers from others who say that we will take care of you, we will bring about change, and we are the peace candidate, and we will rally the young people. Those are counterfeit, because when you look at the description of what they're talking about, it's just more of the same. And I think you can sense that. You know the difference. What we have when we have a free society, we reject the idea of people being leeches and looters and plunderers. We don't need them. We need self-reliance, self-respect, and taking care of ourselves. That is what makes the nation move. Last several days, quite frequently, what am I doing this for? What's the purpose of all this? And in many ways, it is to send a message. There is no doubt about it. And I have advocated that the message is very, very important. And I've also encouraged it to be non-confrontational, to think that we'll be disruptive and doing things that doesn't really achieve anything, and they paint us in a bad light. But there is no doubt, philosophically, that the message has to be sent. Now yes, many of us are working in the Republican Party. I've worked in the Republican Party. But this is much bigger than the Republican Party. Yes! So I encourage people, if they want to work in the Republican Party, and the Campaign for Liberty certainly will be, to have an influence, but we need to send the message. It's the philosophic message. But in a true revolution, believe me, the revolution doesn't occur with a single political party. A true revolution, then, those views will be reflected in the Republican Party, in the Democrat Party, in the Independent Party, and everybody in the country will be affected. Subject that comes up not too infrequently, more these days than ever before, and it is, and it was hinted at today with some of the speakers, you know, when do we get so dissatisfied with our current operation of trying to bring about change? And some are already very dissatisfied. Some even that believe the way we do are frustrated with the slowness of what we do, and they want to do things in a much more aggressive manner. But I think there is a time and a place for that. But there is a time and place, I think, for peaceful civil disobedience. The changes brought about by Gandhi and Martin Luther King were peaceful, and they knew and understood the consequences. And we do know that people in our movement have already suffered the consequences, because they may be 100% correct on the tax code and the monetary issue, and they end up behind bars. So that is the consequence. And there may be a time coming that, say, this foreign policy gets out of hand, which I worry about all the time, because both parties endorse more militarism. And if, you know, one the story, one thing that we have found out about the incident in Georgia, even if we wanted to or had needed to, we didn't have the troops to do anything about it. We have weakened our national defense. You know what that means? Those who want to pursue the empire will reinstitute the draft. We should not ever have a draft. But there would be some tough decisions. There would be a lot of tough decisions to make about when to practice this. And if there is a draft, those will be very, very hard decisions, but they have had to be made before and they could again. I have always resorted to saying I don't like it and I want to resist it, but I want to change it as long as the system is available to me to run for office and to rally the troops. This is the way I will be working. Amy Allen today. They were all good, but she sang a song, and she probably told you the Universal Soldier. She sang that for me because I asked her to do that. And that sends such an important message to me personally because it talks about really the essence of decision making. And it talks about when you really resist it, should you strike? Should you strike and not participate any longer? And that song makes the point that it's the universal soldier that allows the bureaucrats and the big government power mongers in Washington and around the world to exist.
He's 5'2" and he's 6 feet 5. He fights with missiles and spears. And he's all of 31, and he's barely 17. He's been a soldier for 1,000 years. He's a Catholic, a Hindu, an atheist and a Jain, a Buddhist and a Baptist and a Jew. And he says that he will kill, but knows he always will. Killing for me, my friend, before you. He's fighting for Canada, he's fighting for fans, he's fighting for the USA. He's fighting for the Russians and he's fighting for Japan. And he thinks putting an end to war is the way. And he's fighting for democracy and he's fighting for the Reds. He says it's for the peace of all. He's the one who will decide who's gonna live and who's gonna die. And he never sees the writing on the wall. But without him, how would Hitler have condemned him out of the world? Without him, Caesar would have stood alone. He's the one who gives his body for the weapon of the war. Without him, all the killing can't go on. He's the universal soldier and he really is to blame. His orders come from far away no more. They come from here and there and you and me and my brother, can you see? This is not the way we put the end to war. Thank you.